Welcome to Watch Chair Go. Okay, I'm just kidding. On today's episode of Watch Chair Go, we are going to work on my 2010 Chevy Silverado that I bought for only $2,800. It might be wrecked and it might be broken, but we're gonna solve all those problems. What is going on, guys? I am Watch Chair Go, and today we are here to work on the $2,800 Chevy Silverado and hopefully make a little bit of progress on some of the things that need knocked out. And look what just showed up. So we're kicking it off on the porch because we got a box. Wow, that is a cheap box. And here we have really cheap bubble wrap too. But this is this aftermarket stuff is cheap. Pretty new headlights, and I know everybody will appreciate new headlights. We won't need to clean up the others, and honestly, these are really cheap. We can just take that off now. Okay, time to get this thing open and swap out some headlights. Let's see, I've got my pry tool right here. On the headlights on these, you basically have to get the grill out. I've done it without taking the grill out, but you end up like really ripping on things, and you don't want to break the tabs. So what we're gonna do, pull the grill. It's really easy to do. It might look like a lot, but don't worry. So we'll hop in here with our trim tool and just get every one of these fasteners popped up. Anyway, once you get them up, pry underneath them, and done. All right, we got this cover off. Obviously, doesn't really matter. And now there's just a bunch of 8s or 10s to take out. Who knows? I got a pocket full of sockets right here, and I'd say they look like 10s. A couple fasteners down below that will pop out with the needle nose I have here. There's 2 of them, 3 of them. Okay, that was all of them, wasn't it? It just all came at once. There we go. Grill removed. This one's already aftermarket. It's got weird stickers on it. So we'll just run out these 10s. And there's the broken tab. I like how this headlight's so broken I didn't even have to take the bottom one off. There's one more down in here. It's right there, as you can see. And I don't need to remove that because this headlight's trash. A few more 10s over here. Much harder to access when the headlights aren't broken. Ah, yes, nice new headlights. Pull all these green tags off here that cover up the actual light sockets. And then go like this. Give each one of these a twist real quick. Should take literally seconds. And you should basically have all the lights and the harness off. This one needs a little wiggle. Move this guy over. Don't touch the bulbs. I'm sure everyone knows not to touch halogen bulbs at this point. They will die immediately from the oil. Let's see if I can reach in here and disconnect the wiring harness. There we go. Made it. Get all of our bulbs in. You gotta line up the big tab with the big slot. Now we've got our brand new lights all set up. Slide this inside the fender. Plug in our connector here. Should hear a nice click, a tactile click. Wow, that goes in so easy when they're correct. That was very easy. Huh. Yep, all the pins lined up. These don't need to be wildly tight or anything. Headlight installed. It looks like a new truck. Every time you do this, it just looks like a new truck. I'm impressed. We're ready to install the driver one, so let me grab that. No click from that guy, but it's all the way down. And slide it back behind the fender. Little wiggle. Oh, there's one more 10 that's stuck in here. I gotta get out. I am taking this one back out anyway, because I gotta get it out to swap this fender. Check out that body panel alignment. That's what I'm talking about. That looks horrible, but still horrible and better at the same time. I really cannot wait for this. It's really hard to find this fender in green. I found every other color in the country. I think we might end up painting a brand new fender. Let's just move on to the next thing. I've got a radio. Let's put a radio in it. One job down. Saying goodbye to some more junk parts. Go in. Truck looks brand new. All that dirt's out of there, and I can work on it without getting covered in trash. Even cleaned out the valley. Weirdly, this engine cleaned out way better than I expected. All the dirt came off. Kansas dirt for the win. It's always dust. Off to the next car wash for another underbody. Obviously, cleaning this nasty truck up is a job for the detailer, but Jake and I are gonna hit it real quick just to kind of see what happens. So, but plus these are free. Can't be free. Well, we spent like 4 minutes on it and it went from absolute garbage to 50%. Wait a minute. All right, we are here at O'Reilly's to talk to my man Braden. You got transmissions for those trucks?
We can order pretty well anything you want.
Well, let's see. Let's figure out what this is gonna cost.
What year's that one again?
10. Two-wheel drive. Part number T282004. Is that what you already found?
Yeah.
My man.
See how long it'll take to get it.
So, oh.
Yeah. Gotta go straight to the manufacturer.
Yep. Well, this is gonna take a bit. In a couple days, we'll know the details.
Yeah.
Have a good one, dude.
You too.
We're out of here. All right. So, our 6L80 is kind of on the way. We have to actually wait for customer service to look over the request because they need the VIN and the mileage and all that fun stuff for this thing. But as long as all that works out, we'll know in a couple days when the transmission will be here, and the price is like roughly $2,500. So we'll know soon all of the details. But hey, it looks better with these new headlights, that's for sure. We got a spider web on there already. New headlights. Let's go fix the radio. So we've knocked out one more thing, and then all that's left is getting it over to detail to get really, really clean and replacing this fender, and we're gonna try to PDR that door. So our next issue here is the radio. It's really not that big of an issue, but I feel like we should fix it. So here it is working, but if we like push on it, we can start to see the presets. Okay, sometimes, there, oh, wait, we got it. We got a little, there's some of it. Anyway, as you do that, things happen. Instant regret. Yeah. My friends at J&J Auto Wrecking sent over a new head unit for Zach. It's Snap Restyling here. He of course wraps all of my cars and tons of other awesome cars. So we've got a new head unit in there. It's an old flagship 8200 NEX. It is an amazing head unit. So right here we have Zach's stock radio out of his 2013 Silverado, and we're going to get that in here and see if we can make it happen. So to take the radio out of your Chevy truck, this has basically been the same forever. I actually like the old one a little more because the entire thing is one piece and it's super easy. You just yank. On this one, it's in smaller pieces and it's actually kind of harder to do, but same drill, you just yank. I take my fingernails and I catch the edge right here until it pops. And that's basically it. Right here, you got to pull a little bit. There we go. Pull the gear shift out of the way, drop that thing down. You can unhook this or leave it. It'll actually sit on the seat, which is amazing. And then you're gonna need a seven, and just pull out all these screws. So the bottom two are the climate control. Let's see, I almost had it. There we go. She's down, and 4 more sevens. That should remove the radio. What am I doing? Dropping screws everywhere. GM radios are one of my absolute favorite things to work on because the GM truck radios are my favorite because they are this easy. So now that this is out, you can do it live, doesn't matter at all. Pull these two connectors. I think this one's XM and this is the real harness. Although it might, this is probably power, data, CAN bus, and all that fun stuff, and this one looks like it might have the speakers in it. Somewhere in there, there's XM because the XM receiver is elsewhere in the truck. You gotta lift the collar on that, comes out, radio out. New radio. So, antenna, put them back in the same order. The yellow one, and you'll hear the radio boot up when the power goes in. Boom. Oh! It's been theft locked. All right, let's try to solve this theft locked. You know, it happens all the time. Basically, the VIN gets written into these when you first plug them in, and that chip will not let that radio work again unless it's in the vehicle with the same VIN. Let's see if we can unlock it. I've got HP tuners, we got the auto. Probably figure this out. So I went through every menu on the auto and it gives me the status. I've tried every year, every different thing I can find with one of these receivers, and all I get every single time is it talks to it clearly. I mean, it talks on the CAN bus as it should. Shows me that the aux is in the radio and all that cool stuff, so you know it's working. It shows that it's learned a VIN, and it shows that the theft lock is active. So I tried HP tuners, and I can't find anything in HP tuners that will let me clear the theft lock. And I spent a good bit of time in there. And then, all right, my buddy Joe is here. Thank you so much for coming up here and meeting me with this thing. We're going old school. We're going with the Tech 2 because the Tech 2 is always the way to get this done. Now, of course, they have, it looks just like the Autel's module, and it's completely wireless. But this is the old school one, and it works every time. And you don't have to have a subscription. So the new dealership tools, you have to pay this crazy subscription price. Press enter to continue. Is it under service programming system, isn't it? It's been a minute here. Press F1. Okay, so we ended up just picking a random year and a random truck and something that we knew would have navigation, like an Escalade, and then hitting VIN relearn. And then the Tech 2 said loss of communication with truck. We're supposed to shut it off for 60 seconds and see if it worked. Did not work. It will not clear this theft lock. I just spent like an hour on it, but I went and bought a Tech 2 from my buddy Joe. And here is a GM Tech 2, something I always wanted. First, it'll talk to my LT1 Camaro over there, which, I mean, obviously you want this for that. But it's a Tech 2 with the CAN bus interface, got the GM Candy. So all the good stuff in there, the external power, the connector for ALDL, and all the different GM computers. Everything is in there. And for my Saab, when I bought the Saab, it came with the PCM CIA card for the Tech 2, so I can read all the special Saab codes. So now I can officially diagnose basically everything GM ever made before 2013, even though the Autel honestly does all of that. The one thing that I knew that the Tech 2 would do was reset nav radios with theft lock, because many times I have spent hours of my life like driving to Kansas City to use a friend's to unlock nav radios in Corvettes. Now I know that the Autel is a perfect clone of everything the Tech 2 does. The only thing the Tech 2 really buys me now is maybe some really in-depth Saab troubleshooting and my 94 Camaro troubleshooting. The Autel is literally the king of all of this. It has all of these factory tools fully sucked into it. So I really shouldn't have gone and bought that. Now I know it wasn't missing anything. It just will not unlock this 2013 radio. Like, the functionality does not exist in the Tech 2 or in the Autel or in HP tuners. So I got two options now. I can screen swap these radios. I can put this radio back in. It's another GM LAN radio. It's the one out of the truck, obviously, and it really just needs the whole front panel replaced. I think it's pretty easy to swap the screen and all the buttons and everything. These buttons are all nasty. That one's perfect. Or I can just rip that one apart and rip the CAN bus chip off of the board, and then I think you just power cycle the radio a few times and it starts working again. So that seems fun too. I don't know which route to go, but as a bonus, since I have two radios, I can go either route, and I can do the screen swap later, or I can rip the CAN bus chips off both of them. I can really do whatever I want, and we will be able to get this working. So let's pull this radio back out and see which one's easier to do. No, I don't know what I'm doing, but this was free, so. Whoa! This all connects through that connector right there? I think I can actually just swap the screen in its entirety and leave the CAN bus chip on the thing. That is amazing. Look at that. Let's see if this works. All you do is pop those 6 tabs and pull. Here's the last one. I think it's off. Lift the screen off. Yeah, so these are completely different years, but if this works the way I think it does, we now have a working radio in like 10 seconds. I really hope this works. I'll be so excited. Of course it works. So yeah, if you have 2 of these, you don't have to do any theft lock stuff. You could just swap the faceplates. Most people probably aren't dealing with this. They're going to a nav radio or something, but looks like we got our satellite back. Yep, everything works. Yes, I obviously should have started with this, but I didn't realize how easy it was. I've worked on a lot of these, and I've even put aux inputs in tons of them, but I mean, this is awesome. This is very well done, GM. And yes, all of these have bad auxes because it's terribly designed. It should be in the center console or something, but GM went ahead and put it here. I mean, I give them props, and there's also mega cons to this radio. The fact is, every single one of these in the world is broke, look. So it thinks something's plugged into the aux, and it'll, yeah, it's a terrible design. What happens is the aux cord will be on there, and like your phone will fly across the truck, and it'll eventually break the jack. So there we go. Now I got it to go back to the radio. But if you try to use the aux, it'll turn on and off. And if you look at this one, same drill. You can see it. Tough to see. There you go. It's junk, just like all of them are. But hey, faceplate, amazing. What a cool way to work on that radio. And we are over here at German Motor Works in Wichita, the Car Ninja shop. We're gonna let the air out of these tires real quick, pop the bead, and throw in brand new TPMS sensors for both front tires. Michelin's on this one. I've got the Autel sensors this time, the universal sensor, and we have the Autel, so we're gonna program these sensors exactly for the truck, and then just throw them in, and it better work. This one should be fixed immediately. Keep programming sensors within 4 inches, other sensors 4 feet away. New TPMS sensor, time to set this bead. Oh yeah. Oh, that wasn't that bad. 20 pounds. What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Thank you. We won.
I heard you're doing something.
Yeah, we got the horn chirps, so that means we won. No more TPMS light.
Man, I'm so proud of you.
The Autel did its magic, and your tire machine did its magic.
Awesome.
All right, man, have a good one. Thank you.
I have to go too, it's late.
It is late.
Yeah.
All right, have a good weekend.
You too, thanks.
Okay, obviously this thing needs a lot more cleaning because you can see that it's just very dirty, even though it's got like that quick clean. Jake and I made a huge improvement. So I'm going to drop this off at my buddy Dave's here. He said he's got a key drop. Aha! There's the key drop. Dave's Detail here in Andover, as always. I hit him up and said, hey man, do that dealership detail so I can get this thing sold once the transmission goes in. It'll be probably a week before the transmission shows up, so I'm gonna take my other car home. So this is my buddy Steven.
How's it going?
And you've been cranking these things out.
Yes.
On metal with, what's that thing you're using?
Just a little bead roller.
A bead roller?
Yeah.
Well, that looks amazing. And I bought this from you forever ago, and then we never got together to get it.
We finally have the time.
So Steven offered to bring it over, so huge thank you. Do you have like a shop for these yet?
Not yet.
Do you want to be really
we're just
busy?
Getting started.
Oh,
I do want to get pretty busy, but I'm trying to get everything lined out to where we can do that.
Well, when you have a link or something, I'll throw it up on the Instagram if you guys want something like this. This is like the Shelby one, and I don't think I have any Shelby stuff anymore, because this was like the first one.
Yeah, this was the very first one we did. So.
And it's huge, and I love it, and the price was awesome, so thank you so much, man.
Yeah, no problem.
I can't wait to hang this up in the garage.
I think we'll do a Watch JR Go one also.
Dude, that would be awesome. And you know what I was thinking? Eventually when I build the new shop, I want like a Camaro, a Corvette. We just have to do them all like this, and they look amazing. So
we can handle that.
I got a lot more business coming for you.
Right on, man.
All right, thank you so much. Well, changing the headlights, fixing the radio, and ordering the transmission didn't take that long, or did it? It's completely dark outside. A couple hours, we got it all done, and now we're really down to just the fender, PDR, and a transmission, and this thing can go out the door. Well, TPMS. I don't know, I just keep forgetting little things that this thing could use. I don't know how far I should go. Obviously, nobody cares about the TPMS issue. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchjrgo.com where you get cool shirts just like this. And please, like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. Also, this is another new camera. I might make an entire episode. I bought a new camera basically every day, trying to find the perfect vlogging camera, and a comment yesterday suggested the Sony ZV-1. So Jake and I were at Best Buy after Cars and Coffee lunch with Tyler and everybody earlier, and I had both trucks there. We had the 65 F100 and the 2018 Platinum. We had a great day, and I was like, you know what? Let's just buy that camera and see if it's good, because it literally says it's made for what we do. And I bought it, and this whole episode was shot on it. So let me know what you think. I think it's the best thing I've had. Obviously the XT4 I was using for a bit destroys everything in image quality, but it would never focus. And this thing seems like it has just laser focus. So yeah, let me know what you think. This is try number, I don't even know. We've tried the RX-0. Obviously, I shot on the FD-RX 3000 for a long time. I have an RX-100 that's worthless. We tried the XT4, and it was just too much camera to manage for one person. You need a crew to run that. And I also have the new Insta361R. Does this deserve its own episode? I mean, I've been fighting for a long time to make this work. So I thought about I think we can talk for 10 minutes just about what cameras actually work. And the answer is probably this one.